Hello dear students, this session is for class 12th and today we will talk about groupthink. This topic is from chapter number 6 that is social influence in group process. Now what do you mean by this groupthink? So the basic definition of groupthink will be how people work together and think will be to solve problems. Basically, according to Irving Janis, he has given the concept of groupthink as it occurs when a group makes faulty decisions because group pressures lead to a deterioration of mental efficiency, reality testing, and moral judgment. Because in order to stay in a strong group, you make faulty decisions, so that comes your groupthink. The primary social negative cost of groupthink is the loss of individual creativity, uniqueness, and independent thinking. This groupthink can either be positive or negative. Now, the positive and negative group thinking examples I am going to give you. For example, for positive group thinking, there is a solar village in Bihar. That is an example of group of people thinking in harmony for a better future. The positive move towards change has brought on solar energy to a whole village in Bihar, which is considered one of the backward states of India, and it is a very nice example of positive thinking. Now we will talk about negative thinking, and in this session we will talk about negative group thinking, because if there is positive group thinking then there is no need of making you people understand, but today we will talk about negative group thinking. Like all the world wars, the world war was a result of group thinking of superiority over others. It started with some countries pushing for the authority and ended with almost every country being badly affected. So, there are different examples of group thinking. So, now again I would like to explain you the group thinking, like you can see in this picture also. So, everyone is thinking the same. So, groupthink is a process of voluntary decision making within a group that focuses not on evaluating all the information at hand to come to the most valid conclusion, but instead on reaching the outcome that each group member thinks the other want. So, complication of groupthink is it restricts your potential growth, results in oversimplification of important issues, it ignores warning signs that a particular approach is not working, it maintains biases and the stereotypes. Now, we will see some symptoms of groupthink. First, there are the different heads and we will try to understand. First is the illusion of invulnerability. It creates excessive optimism that encourages taking extreme risks. The member of the group, they forget their own thinking and the perception, the thought process, and they see everything in the eyes of the leader, and it can increase, it can encourage the extreme risk. Then there is a collective rationalization. The members discount warning and do not reconsider their assumptions. Then belief in inherent morality, that is member belief in the rightness of their cause and therefore ignore the ethical or moral consequences of their decisions. And then stereotyped views of outgroup, negative view of enemy make effective responses to conflict seem unnecessary. Now, direct pressure on dissenters. Members are under pressure not to express arguments against any of the group view. So, whatever there will be discussion of the group, whether bad, whether positive or negative, they cannot argue with any group's view. Now, there is self censorship, doubts and deviations from the perceived group consensus are not expressed. Then illusion of unanimity, the majority view and the judgments are assumed to be unanimous. Maybe it is a thought of only one person or a leader, but it can be taken as the unanimous. Now, self-appointed mind guards. Members protect the group and the leader from the information that is problematic or contradictory to the group's cohesiveness, views or decisions. So, there is a stereotypical view of outgroup that we have already discussed. Now, we should prevent this group thing. We are, in order to make ourselves part of a group, we come under this negative groupthink. So we should prevent this, and for preventing groupthink, what we have to do, we have to assign each members the role of critical evaluator with permission and encouragement to freely air objections and doubts. Managers should not express opinions when assigning tasks. Set up several independent groups to work on the same problem. All effective alternatives should be openly examined. Members should discuss their ideas with the trusted people outside the group. They should not be inside one group only. Invite outside experts into the meeting. Group members should be allowed to discuss with them and questions to outside experts. At least one group member should be assigned the role of devil's advocate, and this should be a different person for each meeting. The organization should set up several independent groups working on the same problems. So this is how we can prevent our groupthink. So I hope you have understood what is groupthink. Majorly we have to control our negative side of the groupthink, because here in negative groupthink, when all things alike, that means there is no one thinking, no one single individual is thinking, their thought process is unanimous. So we should avoid groupthink. I hope you have understood the this groupthink. Thank you and have a nice day.